Good morning. Before I forget, heads up to all my Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Tri-Cities, Seattle maybe, depending on how far you want to drive. Car meet this weekend. Well, by the time you're watching this video, it's probably tomorrow. Regardless, car meet this Saturday. Nice clutch burnout at 6 p.m. This Saturday is May 11th, 6 p.m. at the coffee stand, Boosted Coffee Co. I'll see you guys there. I think I'm gonna bring the yellow Evo out this time around. Last time I brought Gary, and it was fun. But I think this time I'm gonna bring the yellow Evo, so you guys can come check it out. Keep in mind, it ain't done. There's one of the panels that needs to be painted. Or let's be honest, there's 3 things on that car that need to be repainted. I just need to set aside the time to do it, and I'll probably do that early next week. Anywho, we are going to be working on the Evo 8 today, which I'm excited for. I gotta fix something that I messed up. That's been bugging me, so we just gotta get it handled today. A very, very, very small issue that's most likely going to take all day. Let me head to the shop and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at the Evo, and let me explain. So we have 2 outward dents in our roof. We have one right there and one right there. Very, very symmetrical dents. And how I got those dents is when I installed the sunroof, I unfortunately put too long of bolts in the rear mounts of the sunroof, and I did not notice this until I think it was like a day later. I saw those outward dents, and then I finally figured out what exactly happened. So that is what we're gonna take care of today. Now, you might think that sounds very, very easy to do. Have a PDR man tap them back in. I brought this car to the PDR shop, and they need access to the underside as well. So I do need to pull the headliner and the sunroof back out of the car. In order to do that properly on this car, you need to pull, well, you don't have to, but you should pull some glass. So we're gonna go ahead and get the rear glass removed. Now the reason, I know, this is a lot of information, but the reason I'm pulling the rear glass and not the windshield is because I'm gonna replace the rear glass anyway. I'm not exactly sure how this right here happened. It's a little scratch. It looks like it's from a wire wheel or something. Thankfully, I have a spare rear glass out of the parts car. So yeah, that's the plan. We got to go to the glass shop, get the rear glass pulled out, come back here, pull the sunroof, pull the headliner, go into the PDR shop, have those dents PDR'd, meaning paintless dent repaired. And then we need to come back here, get the sunroof and headliner back in the car, go back to the glass shop, get the rear glass installed, and we should be done with our stupid dents. I've been neglecting this because it's obviously a pain, but it's got to be done. Rest of the car is perfect. Let's make this whole thing perfect, like I've always wanted. See? Perfect. Not bad, not bad. Alrighty friends, the rear glass is removed. Now we need to go ahead and pull out all the pillars. I mean, kind of the same concept as to what we just did on the STI giveaway car. All the pillars, the grab handles, sun visors, all the lights. The headliner can then come out, and then we got to pull the sunroof as well. Enjoy the time lapse. Headliner is removed. I decided to not pull the sunroof because I think Mr. PDR should have plenty of access. Pulling the sunroof isn't really going to help. So that bolt there and that bolt there were the ones that were too long. I got those bolts pulled out, and as you can see, pulling the sunroof isn't going to give him any better access. There's a big brace across it. I don't really know how he's going to do this, but he did mention he's going to have to create a inward dent and then kind of push it back out. Let's head to the PDR shop and get it all fixed up. Yeah, I was pretty pissed off when I saw those outward dents.
Yeah,
frustrating.
Enough to piss you off.
Yeah.
Sure.
Roof is all fixed up, no more dents. Let's go ahead and get this headliner back in the car. And a little change of plans on the rear glass. I'm actually going to be just installing a brand new rear glass instead of the used one, just so it's 100% perfect. I want this car perfect, and I'm willing to spend the money for a brand new glass. Last piece of the puzzle going on, and we are headed back to get a brand new rear glass installed. I also did snag the new OEM seals, upper and lower, for the rear glass, so that should look nice. Okay. So we got the new rear glass installed, everything's done. Let me lower this car down so I can show you something really, really cool. At least I think it's really, really cool. So as you guys know, well, if you have an Evo 8 or 9, you know that they have a rear wiper. Now I don't really like the rear wiper. I had a plug on the rear glass anyway. And then they let me know that they can go ahead and order the glass without the hole. So that's what we did. Completely smooth, clean glass, no hole whatsoever. And now when we go to get this thing tinted, which is hopefully here soon, we won't have a hole to deal with. But of course, I am excited, most excited for no dents in the roof. No outward dents in the roof. There's one thing this car has desperately been missing. I attempted to fix it the other day with a brand new OEM Evo 9 grill. That did not work. So today we're gonna make our own grill for the nose chop Evo 8 bumper. So to do this, we're gonna need two separate pieces. We're gonna need the factory OEM Evo 8 grill. The 9 does not fit the 8 bumper whatsoever. So you need a factory 8 grill, but we need to modify it, and here's why. So right here, the mesh is cut out to where it would go around the factory nose on the 8 bumper. And of course with the nose chop, that is not gonna look good whatsoever. So the best way to go about this is you take a factory Evo 8 mesh grill, intercooler mesh, and we're gonna use the mesh off of this and put it on here. That makes sense? And the reason for that is because this is plenty big. This is plenty big enough to go ahead, remove off here, trim the same outer perimeter, and install it on this Evo 8 grill. I wish somebody could either make, design, locate, whatever, just this mesh part right here, so you don't have to cut up the lower section. But thankfully in my case, I have been able to source 2 lower sections. So I'm gonna use one for the upper, and I'm gonna keep one for the lower, just in case in the future I decide to run it. Let's go ahead and get this mesh removed from the grill. I'm gonna use this little belt sander right here. Freaking love this thing. Just right on the tack welds. There we have it. EVO weight mesh is removed. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this and use it as a template to cut out on the intercooler mesh. Of course, not cutting out this section here. I know it's probably a little bit hard to see, but I have this mesh, the intercooler mesh, marked exactly where it needs to be trimmed. Just gonna grab these little wire snips, go through, trim her up, and then we need to get it tacked onto the upper support, and of course get it powder coated. We now have a fully cut out mesh without the cutout for the nose. Now this guy needs to be tack welded right back onto here. But first, let's get all the paint removed from this, all the paint removed from this. And of course, the easiest way to do that is via the stripper tank. We got both pieces fully stripped down. I got the welder out. Let's go ahead and tack the mesh back on exactly how the factory one was. And then I want to do a test fit before we powder coat it. All finished up, that is what we ended up with. Let's hope it works. Ooh yeah, fits like an OEM grill should. Look at that. Let's get her powder coated. Obviously it's gonna go black, probably a satin black, and we can get it on the car. I decided to go with a nice OEM color, OEM appearing color from Prismatic called Blackjack. See if we can get all this mesh properly coated. Don't want any silver areas, which then would turn to rust. Both pieces are out of the oven. These things turned out immaculate. Let's go ahead and get them on the bumper. These rib nuts, I believe they're gonna have to be drilled out, removed from the bumper, and those are gonna be actually installed into this grill piece here. Vice grips on the backside to do the trick. Both upper and lower meshes are installed. I did order the outers from Mitsubishi. They were still available. These two were not. But let's go ahead and get it on the car, see how it looks. They turned out really, really nice. Mesh is installed. I know it's a very, very subtle difference, but in person, it is very nice. That'll definitely protect the intercooler a bit. I'm kind of debating slapping an OEM badge right in the center there. It is pretty clean without it, but I think a nice, maybe even like a silver titanium badge, just a bare titanium, would look pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and finish this Evo day off with a nice little mod. So these are not an OEM product. The OEMs look a little bit funny in my opinion, but these are aftermarket set of window or rain visors. I'm not doing it because they look cool. Granted, they don't look bad, but they are very, very nice to have on a car, provided this thing ever gets driven in the rain. They are just a stick-on unit, so where they stick on, I'm just gonna wipe down with IPA. They're a little too simple for an install tutorial. You pretty much just stick them on, and you're done. Now I found these on eBay. For the price tag, I'm not expecting much. They had the price tag of 30 bucks. Window visors are installed, and to be honest, they don't fit bad at all. They could be better. I'm sure OEMs would fit better, but overall, they're not bad. Not bad at all. If you guys want a set, I'll go ahead and link them down below. Well, friends, this thing is all complete for the day. Made a ton of progress on just little things. Of course, the main problem we had to take care of was this roof, and I'm excited to say that it looks absolutely perfect. Just as stoked on the new rear glass. That's gonna look nice with some fresh tint, and top her off with the OEM grills. Tune day was supposed to be tomorrow with Josh. We were supposed to get this thing on the dyno, turn it up, make 550, 580 wheel. I'm predicting 580 wheel, but an issue arose with the car that I'm not gonna go over in today's video. Nothing major, but it's preventing us from getting on the dyno. Just gotta wait for some parts to come in, and then the old girl is gonna go on the dyno, and we can really enjoy the car from there. I'm excited with how it came out today. Hope you guys are as well. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode where we will be working on a new car, a car that I bought over a year ago, broke immediately, and then haven't got around to fixing it. That's what's coming next. Hope you guys are excited. Goodbye.